G'day guys and welcome back to Raging Rhino. Alright, if you haven't heard, Disney have decided to change the name of Boba Fett's ship from Slave One to Boba Fett's Starship. Now, ever since Disney has taken over Star Wars, they just seem to continually do damage to the lore, to the continuity of Star Wars, and to basically the entire universe that was created by George Lucas, including the names of ships. Now, the reason why they decided to change the name from Slave One to Boba Fett's Starship is because Slave One is a little too problematic. It's a problem that it's called Slave One. In a universe where slavery is a thing, Slave One is problematic. Now, before I get too stuck into this video, I want to give a shout out to a few people that let me know about this on Twitter very early on. There was OG Star Wars, there was Stig, there was Jed, and there was Jack. All of these guys that put this out there. Now, they're tagging heaps of people, not just me, and they're letting everybody know about this. Do you know why that's happening? Because they know that this is fucking ridiculous. And they know that we know that it is, and especially with me, I think they know that I get pissed off about shit like this. Now, in the grand scheme of things, does changing the name of a ship change anything about the story? No, it doesn't. But when you've got established lore in place, and I'm going to show you a couple of things that these people that I just mentioned on Twitter showed me, and of course I did sort of already know it, but they showed me how this does affect the lore and the continuity of things. I don't understand this world that we're fucking living in, where the name of a ship being called Slave One is problematic. It's so fucking beyond belief what's going on right now. They buy these franchises to do what to them? Transform them into their own little diversity fucking quoted fucking... Let's just push it out there and slap Star Wars on it and slap Star Trek on it and slap Doctor Who on it. It's absolutely fucking ridiculous. And it does piss me off. It pisses me off because this is what this is how it was created. What difference does it make whether or not it's called Slave One or not? What if George Lucas actually created an entire civilization and they were just called slaves or something? That was their breed. They were a slave. Does that mean that we've got to go and change that entire name because it's problematic? It's so fucking stupid. Now, of course, this has come out in promotion of The Mandalorian and probably the promotion of the Book of Boba Fett. You see in the little bottom corner here, the characters that you get with the ship. And you get Boba Fett and you get the Mandalorian. I don't know why they're still calling it the Mandalorian. We know his name is Din Djarin. It's not like you see under Boba Fett's name there, it just says Bounty Hunter. So fucking stupid. Disney have lost their mind. And it's not just with Lego that they're doing this. It's with all their merchandise when it comes to Slave One. I refuse to call it Boba Fett's Starship when the name of the ship is fucking Slave One. I've got the ship right there. So as these people are tagging me all day on Twitter, if you look at what OG Star Wars says here, so Lucasfilm and Star Wars, why are you renaming established lore names to novel series and characters' ships? It's a great point. So in certain novels, I'm sure the ship is named in the book. So what, are they just going to go in there and rewrite every book where you see Slave One written and change it to Boba Fett's Starship? Absolutely fucking ridiculous. And even George Lucas himself has called this ship Slave One. As Jack shares with us here, Lucas himself confirmed the name, so I guess Lucas was a liar, according to Disney. George Lucas said, "We haven't really had a gunfight between Jango Fett's ship, the Slave One, and anything else. So it was fun to use Jango's ship as a vehicle in one of these little action set pieces." George Lucas. I don't understand this world that we live in where the name of a ship in a fictional universe is problematic. It's absolutely crazy. Absolutely crazy. The world has gone mad. Now, there was something that we brought up the other day in regards to, on my live stream, Jon Favreau, the way he talks about Star Wars and the way that Leslie Headland talks about Star Wars. And there's one small point that I want to make. Now, we're going to have a listen to something that Jon Favreau had to say about creating Star Wars.
Well, that's the thing with especially with Star Wars, but always you want to make sure if you're making it and the fans don't dig what you're doing, I don't know that I could keep doing it. Like part of it, a big part of it is that you want to connect. You want to connect with the fans. When you're taking on something like Star Wars, you know, I didn't create Star Wars. You know, I grew up with Star Wars, and so you want to make sure you're servicing it in a way that's respectful to what came before, and in a way that is hopefully delights the audience and the fans. That's the thing with.
Okay, let's listen to that. Just that beginning bit again.
Especially with Star Wars, but always you want to make sure if you're making it and the fans don't dig what you're doing, I don't know that I could keep doing it. Like,
okay, so you're going to be doing the book of Boba Fett, Jon Favreau. Do I need to say any more? The majority of the fans that I've seen today that are pissed off that Disney feel it necessary to change the name of a fucking ship because the name of the ship is problematic, and that ship is going to be in the series that you're going to create, and the fans are going to fucking hate it. They've already established in their head that they're going to hate it because you're fucking using your fucking political, you're using this platform as a political fucking, your political agenda. To push your political agenda. It's so fucking retarded. So Favreau, I'm pissed off now that a series that you're going to be working on destroys what George Lucas created. Let's have a listen again to what he says about how he's not the one that fucking created it.
Part of it, a big part of it is that you want to connect. You want to connect with the fans. When you're taking on something like Star Wars, you know, I didn't create Star Wars. You know, I grew up with Star Wars, and so you want to make sure you're servicing it in a way that's respectful to what came before, and in a way that hopefully delights the audience and the fans.
And hopefully delights the audience and the fans. Well, I can tell you now, Jon Favreau, the next series that you're going to be working on, a lot of people are going to fucking hate the fact that they've renamed the ship. Now, again, I did say at the beginning of the video that changing the name of the ship doesn't change the story at all because you don't hear it mentioned. Now, it might change something in the books, in the EU, and things like that. Absolutely. But when you look at it based on what we've actually seen on screens, it hasn't changed a thing because nobody calls it Slave One. But it's still established law. It's still disrespectful to the creator. It's disrespectful to Star Wars. It's disrespectful to the fans. Now, there is one small little silver lining in this for me. And that is the fact that I have this. Slave One. Original fucking box. I will never get rid of this thing now. Disney, you are making the real fucking Star Wars fans hate you and hate Star Wars. Good job. Anyway, I think I've said enough. Let me know what you guys think about this in the comments below. I'm so sick of Disney destroying what they bought off George Lucas. What we love. The universe that we love. Now, this isn't on the same level, not even close to the same level to what they did to the characters in the sequel trilogy. Luke, Han, Leia, the droids, C-3PO, R2-D2, Chewie. It does not even come close. Because, as I said, changing the name does not change the story. But it still changes it from being Star Wars. Anyway, let me know what you guys think in the comments below. Please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, and we'll see you in the next one. Later, guys.